Introducing the Double Dip from Dickey's Barbecue Pit. Tender Texas brisket topped with caramelized onions and cheddar cheese, served with our Pitmaster au jus. Plus, try our new Double Berry Cobbler. For a limited time, so dine in at our place or have it delivered to yours. Legit Texas barbecue.
A quality, affordable education is not out of reach. In fact,
it's closer and more convenient than you might think.
Trinity Valley Community College, with locations in Athens, Palestine, Terrell, and Kaufman, offers day and evening courses, online courses, and provides dual credit classes for high school students.
TVCC is also home to several national championship sports programs.
At First State Bank, we like to say we're big enough to help, small enough to care. Our communities and the families and businesses within them are what have mattered most to us for decades. Since 1935, our commitment has been to not only support local, but to foster growth for generations to come. We've given back to organizations that help our community thrive, and with 6 convenient locations, we continue to do our part in serving you, our communities, our businesses, our families.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich.
You asked for it, and it's back.
We got 3 chicken strips topped with Whataburger's own buffalo sauce, a little bit of buttermilk ranch, 2 slices of Monterey Jack cheese. The combination is just right.
It's crunchy, and then it's spicy, and then it's cool. Your mouth is exploding with flavor.
It just all works together, and then you add the cheese in there.
It kind of wakes me up, honestly. My goodness. I can see myself getting this every time I come here.
The Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich. It's back.
Available by dine-in, drive-through, curbside, and delivery.
We want to know which Chicken Express side dish you gotta have with your hand-breaded golden crispy express tenders.
Gotta have a big helping of those golden fries.
My favorite side is the fried okra. Mine's the mashed potatoes. Fried okra. Mashed potatoes.
It's all about the hush puppies.
You can't go wrong with any of our delicious sides at Chicken Express. They're fresh, hot, and waiting for you after the game or anytime. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
Fried okra. Mashed potatoes.
Welcome back, Trinity Valley athletes. Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Sports Medicine is here to keep you going at full force. Our commitment to helping athletes perform at their best on and off the field is our core strength. Whether it's orthopedics, performance, or wellness, physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital is your choice for better health in East Texas. Just like every hard-driving Cardinal, we're focused on excellence every day.
Prosperity Bank offers free checking. Let's take a look. No monthly maintenance fee? Check. No individual check fees? Check. Free debit card? Check. Unlimited withdrawals? Check. Free online banking? Check. Easy access and friendly service? Check. Close to home? Check. Simply free checking from Prosperity Bank is simply free. I'm taking these checks to the bank. Prosperity is the big bank with your community's bank inside. Prosperity Bank, where you find real bankers, not just a bank.
Three-pointer on the way from around. Oh, the big man knocks it down. Welcome to the Cardinal Sport Network's presentation of basketball at Trinity Valley Community College. We are coming to you live from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, where this afternoon the Cardinals take on Panola College Ponies in a Region 14 conference contest. The Cardinals come in red hot, having won 4 of their last 5 games. They are 4-15 overall, 4-5 in conference. Panola is 15-4 and 7-2. I'm Benny Rogers along with Tim Howard as I bring Tim in. Tim, the Cardinals have been red hot, but this Panola team's been pretty hot itself.
Yeah, they've won 3 straight themselves, and this one today should be a lot of fun because both these teams have so much to play for in Region 14.
Yeah, the Panola's trying to keep the Region 14 East Zone lead, and the Cardinals, of course, are in a battle to try to make it to the regional tournament, having the unfortunate situation having had to forfeit 8 wins from the first half of the season due to an ineligible player due to a clerical error. But they have done quite well, Tim. And matter of fact, they don't mind being an underdog. We saw them being an underdog to number 20 Kilgore College here a week ago. It came out and just took Kilgore apart.
Yeah, they did just that, and then went on the road this past Wednesday night and handled business against TJC at Wagstaff, and that's never an easy place to play.
They won that one 67-63. It was a back-and-forth type game, and the Cardinals shot a lot of poise and winning that game, and that just has set the table now for what could be a fun run for the Cardinals the rest of the way.
Yeah, every one of these games is huge, though, as you mentioned, after basically spotting 4 in Region 14 and having to do some heavy work. But like I said, hey, we can be the underdog and make some things happen. They've done it thus far.
The Cardinals come in averaging 79 points a game, giving up 68.4. Panola comes in averaging 79.1 a game and giving up 59.5. So that just kind of shows that the teams are pretty even though their season records are not, though the Cardinals is not really indicative of how they played because they haven't had to forfeit 8 games.
Yeah, and as you look over this lineup top to bottom, they seem to be pretty evenly matched in as what you look at on the statistical side of things. So I'm ready to get this one going, man. It ought to be a lot of fun here at Leon Spencer Court. Of course, the home of Cardinal Gym.
Cardinals were hitting almost 50% of their shots from the floor, Tim. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that they attack the goal. They're not an outside shooting team necessarily, although they do have the ability to light up at the bucket from a three-point range on any given night.
And talk a little bit, if you will, about the difference that we've seen since the winter break. They seem to really kind of put some things together, haven't they?
Well, I think the big difference is they turned the offense over to Mekhi Dorsey, number 3, the point guard out of Plano, Texas, 6-foot freshman. And they've just had a different flow and feel to them since that has happened.
Yeah, and hopefully they can continue to build on that today and just get things moving in their favor and keep, like you said, attacking the basket.
Panola comes in hitting 45.3% of their shots. They're shooting 66% from the free throw line and 29% from three-point range. The Cardinals are shooting 60% from the free throw line and 33% from three-point range. The Cardinals are averaging hitting 5.8 threes a game, and Panola's averaging hitting 6.8 three-pointers a game.
Yeah, it's definitely something that they have to be cognizant of, be aware of, and play accordingly. So we shall see here as we're just a few moments away from the introductions and then the start of this very important Region 14 matchup this afternoon.
Panola has won 3 straight. Their last game was a 68-66 win against Paris. And we mentioned the Cardinals in their last outing. The Cardinals were 4-1 since the break. They've won 3 straight with 67-63 over Tyler Wednesday night at Wagstaff Gymnasium.
So we're looking forward to another fun one this afternoon. Something's got to give between these two, right? I mean, they're both coming in playing on a pretty strong roll.
I think this is going to be a good one because the Cardinals are going to play with no fears we've seen already. We're about to turn it over to the public address announcer for the introduction of the starting lineup.
From Brooklyn, New York, number 3, John Wilson. From Gary, Indiana, number 15, Krishawn Christmas. From Tampa, Florida, number 21, Jaden Gray. And from Yaoundé, Cameroon, number 42, Vianney Schlutzschum. The Panola College Police are coached by Mike Nesbitt and assisted by Joe Kulakowski.
Panola's coached by Mike Nesbitt in his first year at Panola
the
College.
Home team, your
Mark Leslie is the coach of the Cardinals. He's in his 3rd year as head coach and 11th overall year at college. He's been to 6 national tournaments, Tim, in his 10 previous seasons here at the college.
From Little Elm, number 4, MJ Leslie.
That depth in the history of
from
this program.
Brownsboro,
of course, his son, MJ Leslie, who was just introduced, plays for him. He's a sophomore this season.
From Carroll, number 21,
bringing out the,
Kevin Franklin.
MJ bringing out the turquoise on the court today on the sneakers.
Tyler Johnson is getting the start again for the Cardinals, number 11 out of Brownsboro, Texas.
Looking forward to this one, and we're just a couple of moments away from it and ready to roll here for another exciting outing.
It is Region 14 Conference basketball, folks. It is Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, and with the play-by-play is my buddy Tim Howard.
Thank you, Benny Rogers. We're set to jet here, and both teams on the floor look like they're ready to go. No better place to be in Athens, Texas on this rainy afternoon, especially with a couple of hot hands on the floor.
No doubt about it. And it's gonna be a good one. I just got a feel for this one that it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, and so we'll see here is looks like going to have a jersey change beforehand. Well, not a jersey change, but it's getting rid of the undershirt.
Well, I think it didn't match the shirt. I think the T-shirt's got to match the jersey color. Had a black T-shirt on underneath the white jersey.
So the fashion police are out. And
that's Devin Franklin, the young man out of Forney, Texas, who's had a very nice job in starting in place of Micah Clark, who's serving the second game of a 2-game suspension for an ejection in this one.
So it will be Panola controlling the tip as 6'10" Salachum gets the control, gets the tip. He's out of Yaoundé, Cameroon. Got a hand on it. MJ with the steal. Here come the Cardinals. Being kind of patient, like the play there. It wasn't there, so he decides to set it up. Let's see if good things can happen. First possession for the Cardinals. Trying to work it down low. Really got him off the block, and that kept Frank Adjor from able to go to the basket.
Q got a good look at it, just didn't hit the shot, and he goes out of bounds, fortunately off of Panola, and the ball will stay with the Cardinals.
Cards inbound. Good tenacious D from Green on MJ. It's going to lead to a turnover. That ball climbed out, but an offensive putback is good by Vianney.
Climbed out, it did. He was 3/4 of the way down, I swear.
Wow. Panola gets the early bucket. Salathion with his first points of the afternoon.
John Wilson, number 3, has great quickness for Panola. You can see that on the floor.
Blocking foul called and one opportunity. Count the basket for Q.
Yeah, Q's getting off to a quick start here scoring. We saw him miss his first bucket, but he hits that one, and he's going to go to the free throw line for the and one.
First foul of the ball game for Jaden Gray. Jaden, a sophomore out of Tampa. It's the free throw.
Just mentioned the Cardinals were shooting 60% from the free throw line. 0% on that
one. Duly noted. Fight for the loose ball on the floor. They're letting them play. They get rid of it without a possession violation. Shot up and good. Down on the low block, a reach.
Great body control by Kershawn Christmas inside for the Ponies.
Foul's going to be on, I believe, Johnson's whistle there. Yeah, Tyler will pick up his first foul.
First team foul against the Cardinals.
Basket is good for Kershawn Christmas out of Gary, Indiana. Full court press here. MJ working back across to Dorsey. Devin for 3. Count the basket for the big fella. Devin Franklin.
Saw Devin have a big game in the home game against Kilgore. Very comfortable in the starting role. He started some games early on this season.
Well, he gets tangled up there with the big fella. I thought they were going to get a reaching over the back, but instead it's going to be a possession arrow.
Held ball.
Held ball called there, and it will favor Trinity Valley. Fortunate that he came back with 2 arms, because I thought he had got that thing twisted up in there. That was a good, strong rebound from Devin.
You spoke of fashion police earlier. We have a wide variety of colors of tennis shoes. As my goodness, Tim Howard was going to save me from that one.
Benny, I told you I was wrong. That first game I said you were next. It was actually the men's game, so my apologies.
That was coming right at me.
That was a rocket, too.
I may need a timeout.
They're not looking at us to call a timeout over here. Good one so far, 5 apiece here in the first 2+ from Cardinal Jim here.
That was no lob pass, folks.
Good entry level. Tipped away, though. Here come the Cardinals, 2-on-1. Dorsey shot up and good. The assist from MJ. Count the basket.
What a nice job of running the floor by Makai Dorsey, the point guard for the Cardinals, so without the ball.
Yeah, Makai saw the open man and MJ and got it to him, then gets paid back on the other end. Great hustle. Thought about three, moves over, rattles that one home.
Well, nice job of not getting rattled that time by Marcus Green after Q went airborne to block what would be a would-be block.
Yeah, he had timed that out, looked perfect. And so presence of mind to shift over a couple steps and does get it home. Makai with a running one-hander up off the rim, off the glass, and through the net for two.
Well, the kid is so smooth. I love the way the Cardinals have really responded since he's been given the keys to the offense.
Yeah, he's really looking good out there. Dished off in the paint, underneath, partially blocked, I think. Franklin over to Q, and here come the Cardinals. Dorsey trying to back around. Three on the way. Short. Rebound by Davis.
Q is not shy about pulling the trigger on a three-pointer.
Tyler got a piece of it. He'll control it. Good job there. The young man from Brownsboro, Tyler Johnson. Kai thought about it. Now pass off MJ. Long three on the way. Knock it down. Count the basket.
MJ's trademark three-point shot from long range.
At the 16-minute mark, it's 12-8, Trinity Valley. Up 4 through the first 4. Long three on the other end. Put it down.
And the shootout is on, folks. The shootout is on.
Marcus Green puts both arms out to his side like, really? You going to leave me open? So with 12-11 here in the opening moments, it's been a fun one already.
Both teams are defending, but both teams are just shooting the ball awfully well as well.
Q on the drive, left side. Pulls up. Can't get it to fall. So here come the Ponies. Johnson had eyes on a steal, not to be. Shot on the way, won't go. The putback is good. Count the basket for Yafet Mondi.
An early observation, Tim. There's a lot of quickness out there on the floor.
And I notice you and I are both over here planted.
Nowhere near it.
On this bench. Thought about a three now. Over to Franklin. Off the rim and over the top. So inside 15 minutes, it's a one-point ball game. And looks like there'll be a timeout on the floor here. Full media timeout coming. So we'll step away. Good one from Cardinal Jim here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Prosperity Bank offers free checking. Let's take a look. No monthly maintenance fee? Check. No individual check fees? Check. Free debit card? Check. Unlimited withdrawals? Check. Free online banking? Check. Easy access and friendly service? Check. Close to home? Check. Simply free checking from Prosperity Bank is simply free. I'm taking these checks to the bank. Prosperity is the big bank with your community's bank inside. Prosperity Bank, where you find real bankers.
Good one going here this afternoon in Athens as Trinity Valley is trailing by a point. What's the difference thus far? Panola getting that early advantage. Benny.
Well, both teams are shooting awfully well, and both teams are defending well. It's not a mismatch in that regard, Tim, and it may sound like a contradiction in terms, but you can't have both, and that's the result of a 13-12 Panola lead thus far in this contest.
So with 1 second under 15 minutes gone by here, looks like both teams are kind of settling in and ready to go the distance. Loving the energy in this place. You got the band bringing the tunes. Of course, the Cardinal cheerleaders always possessed with passion and energy on that baseline. Back to action. Here comes Panola. Tried to go up top. Couple of guys in that spot. I think he stepped on the baseline, and that'll be a turnover. Cardinals force one there.
Great job of defending the baseline by the Cardinals.
MJ going to work down the pressure of Wilson. Nice cross. Step back shot on the way. Short. Q could not pull it down. Pulled it down, but right over his head, it went to the hardwood. Couldn't control it.
Yeah, by basketball standards, Tim, this is not a very big Panola team.
No, it's really not. Now, they do have some height there with Salatham at 6'10", but he's by far their biggest man. Pass underneath, up and good. Count the basket.
Nice job of reading the floor and knowing where his teammate was, but John Wilson. I've been very impressed with that young man. He's got great quickness.
Yeah, assist for him. Mondi with the bucket. Into the ball game, Najee Jones. Kick out, Franklin thought about three. A late call there, but Coach Nesbitt helped him with it.
So they got a running start on that one. You mentioned Najee Jones. He had a really nice game for the Cardinals over at TJC in the win the other night.
He's a big body in there, just really tough to defend. Just built like a running back coming through the lane there.
Yes, he's got more quickness than he may look like he has based on his body build.
Speaking of quickness, MJ jumps the route and takes that one back down the floor. Into the ball game now is Sawyer. Had it blocked underneath, picked up by Franklin and put up in the end.
Nice job, nice court awareness by Devin Franklin.
Yeah, just great observation, seeing the numbers and realizing there's a hot spot there on the low block. Well, you got to watch him. Marcus Green with another three-pointer.
Did a nice job of sliding to his left and setting up and opening up for the three-pointer.
That's 9 points for him already, and I believe
Quick start.
All on three threes. Skip pass. Najee now over to Sawyer. Goes strong, layup off the back iron. Good look at the basket, just unable to convert. Another three, good closeout that time. Three from the left side, measures it, drains it.
But Panola came in just hitting almost 7 3-pointers a game.
Well, they've got 4 here in the early going. Baseline. Locked on that low baseline.
Great leaping ability by Kendall Davis to get the block. Kendall's not big by definitions of basketball. I mean, 6'5", but he doesn't look 6'5". He doesn't have a 6'5" frame to him.
So we're going to have a few substitutions here, trying to get a minute break. Get that other rotation on the floor here. As Cards look up, they're down 7 to Panola. 12:05 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, no reason to panic here. Just keep doing what you're doing and shoot the ball a little bit better. Good
tenacious D from the Ponies. Draws contact, shot on the way, won't go. Fight for the loose ball, controlled by the Ponies. Here comes Panola. Dish, and good job. Sawyer picks up the loose ball. Cardinals want to run. Thought about it from the baseline, now pulls up, shot is short. Gets the roll. Off the rim and good. That's a big basket.
It was a deuce.
Big basket there. They needed that one. 21-16 now. Cards really extending that pressure. Shot from the corner is short. Pulled down by Najee. Out front to Mackay. Shot on the way. Count the basket. Nice finish in the paint.
Yeah, Mackay plays with such great confidence in what he does.
And I love the energy after the basket. We saw that last week from Sawyer a little bit after basket. Looking to their teammates, trying to get them into the flow of things here. Back to a three-point game.
The kids feed off that.
They do. The energy level. Nice hands underneath. Ball's loose. Picked up. Here come the Cardinals. Zakai passes it off to Dorsey. Nice move to free himself. Shot on the way.
Oh, my God. Left-handed.
Good finish. Draws the contact. Thought it might have a chance here for a three-point play. Nicely done on the finish. 1 point game here with 10:05 to go. Shot on the way. Continuing to be deadly from beyond the arc.
Nice answer.
That was a massive shot there. Kind of quiets the crowd for a minute, but Cards are definitely in the zone right now. You can feel the momentum shifting. Huge three-pointer there. Skip pass over on the left wing. Splits the defender and goes strong. Cisse is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Nice job of conditioning the ball in tight quarters by Dorsey. That's going to be our under 10 immediate timeout.
So a timeout here. The Cardinals will take a minute to talk about it. Trailing by 4 to Panola. We'll step away. More after this on the Cardinals Sports Network.
Welcome back, Trinity Valley athletes. Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Sports Medicine is here to keep you going at full force. Our commitment to helping athletes perform at their best on and off the field is our core strength. Whether it's orthopedics, performance, or wellness, physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital is your choice for better health in East Texas. Just like every hard-driving Cardinal, we're focused on excellence every day.
24-20 Panola with the 4-point advantage here. 9:39 to go here in the first half. And a timeout here. Cardinals making a nice run. Benny, what's been the difference here?
Well, I think both teams are playing with great confidence and shooting, not afraid to penetrate and try to drive to get to the goal. But we've seen both teams shoot very well from the outside as well tonight.
Yeah, and Panola has had a real strong presence from three. Unofficially, I've got them down for 5 3-pointers already.
I've got the Cardinals having hit 2. I may have missed one, but I think they've got enough for hitting 2.
So both these teams lighting it up so far here.
And we thought it might be a shootout.
Could be a fun one. Free throw on the way, and it's good for
Cisse.
Cisse gets the first one down. Gets the rolling. 2 for 2.
Cardinals within 2.
Nicely done. Really see that attack style defensively. Oh.
My goodness, what a dish by number 3, John Wilson.
I was going to say exactly the same thing. Wilson draws the defender, and that left Mondi wide open on the baseline. He found him, and Mondi finished it. Good drive inside. Driving up, getting the basket. Nicely done on the baseline.
And Makai Dorsey says, don't forget about me.
He says, I got eyes in the back of my head, too. How many alien monsters are on this floor right now? Both of those guys have eyes in the back of their head. Offensive foul, indeed called. It's going to be on John Wilson. Coach Nesbitt comes over and gets his team and says, hey, let's
goodness,
don't do anything crazy here now. 8:44. I think it's a good move from your coach. Just make sure you lose a player or two, everything can change in a hurry. 2-point ball game here. Now the Cardinals have a chance to tie it up or take the lead with a 3.
We've seen that happen.
Yes, indeed. So full 30 on the shot clock. 8:44 to go.
It's been a fast-paced game thus far.
Yeah, it has. And the Cardinals have had, probably the last 2.5 minutes have really kind of lifted the tenaciousness here. Travel called on Dorsey.
Yeah, a little skip to a step that time.
So that's one that he'd like to have over. Good defense there by the Ponies to keep the lead. Try to add to it now. Three on the way. Won't go. Fight for the loose board. Finally pulled down by Q. Edger.
And he's going to draw the foul in the backcourt. Man.
You're about to get a technical here on
the officials have got to get this under control.
Mondi clearly was the instigator there. I don't know if the officials were already back on the other end, but Nesbitt's going to go over and and send Mondi to the bench. He is not happy at all. The referees are going to talk about things here, and I think they need to get together because Q has pulled the board down, and then there was a confrontation.
So that follows the confrontation we had just a couple of minutes ago as well. So both teams are on edge just a little bit.
Yeah, and when you said this was going to be a good one, we had great seats. I didn't realize you were talking about the square circle.
We've had technical fouls assessed to both benches.
Yeah. So now, with that being said, that impacts you for moving forward. It's almost to the point now where if someone gets a technical, the other guy is going to get a technical. And
they said technicals on both benches, but maybe they're just giving warnings to both benches.
Maybe warnings. But I don't know how you get away with just a warning, which I'm kind of hopeful that that's what that was, because in the event of picking up another one, then you're, maybe they can cooler heads prevail here, but with 8:08 to go.
I just pray there's not a hard foul coming up here pretty quick.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. Mondi has been taken out of the game by Coach Mike Nesbitt. Drives strong from Dorsey up and finishing it.
You're right, Tim. He's such an emotional player, and the team just feeds off his after emotions.
And does well with the crowd as well. The crowd. Now the answer on the other end. This is a fun one. John Wilson.
This is 3-on-3 battle here. Number 3 versus number 3.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. Najee will dish to MJ. Najee has like 8 letters in his name, MJ too. A little bit lackadaisical on the pass. And a foul out front here. That's going to be on Najee Jones.
You know, you put yourself in the rows of these officials, and they get a game like this when they see teams are on edge and everything. It heightens their alert and sensitivity too as to what they've got to call and when they've got to call it, because they know they control what's happening on the floor.
Yeah, and that's good officiating. I think you got to bring the whistle out. Lost his footing inside. Dish out top. Cisse and MJ almost had the trap. Now they'll swing it. Q with a strip almost out of bounds off of Adger. 2-point ball game here. Trying to build on it, the Panola Ponies. Moved out of his way, almost got him for steps. Long 3, short, and that's a shot clock violation. Good defense all the way around that time from Trinity Valley.
I guess they're saying it hit the rim because they're not acknowledging the violation.
Coach Leslie is contending the same thing, saying it didn't hit the rim.
You don't need us to tell you what Mark Leslie said. He said it did not hit the rim. It did not hit the rim. And I didn't think that it did.
I didn't either, but I didn't realize that Coach Leslie was mic'd up today. Oh, he's not. But he is definitely hyped up, for sure. I would agree. Shot on the way didn't go, so here come the Ponies on the other side. Screen out top. Good switch. Driving. Shooting, quick whistle there, and a foul. Going to be 2 free throws coming after the contact. It's going to be on number 24, Clayton Copeland.
Halftime can't get here quick enough to kind of let both these teams settle down a little bit emotionally.
I think so, because ever since they're both pretty much up and down the floor, not a lot of results to show. I said that was on Copeland. I don't see him on the floor. They did say 24. I think it meant 14.
Marcus Green hits the free throw.
Green shows that he can do it inside the arc. Goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line here. Sawyer checks back into the ball game.
Sawyer has really come on for the Cardinals this second half of the season. Very aggressive player with the basketball.
Had a huge game last Saturday, indeed.
Very confident player with the basketball in his hand.
MJ left alone. He'll pull the trigger, knocks down a three-pointer. Back, that was a big one there because that lead had ballooned to 6. It's now down to 3.
Cuts it in half.
Good defense out top for Mackey. Oh. I thought there was going to be a whistle for steps before that, but the ball was knocked loose, and then the battle for it goes out of bounds. It is pony ball.
Oh, nice inbound.
Too easy, isn't it? Oh, they're playing above the rim, and that's going to be a...
they're playing on the rim.
Yeah. That's going to be an offensive goal thing.
Chance for the Cardinals.
They're running to the floor and back to action here. Here comes hustling down the floor. Adger lost control of it and then regained. Here's a putback from Seaside. No good. And there's some great stuff happening in the paint on both ends.
The game's been playing above the rim.
Woo. Mondi has checked back into the game. Keep an eye on him and Adger. They had confrontation earlier. That's off his foot. Picked up underneath. Now here's cleared out. Layup.
Oh, nice job.
Good for Kendall Davis out of Chicago. Travel on the Cardinals there. Adger guilty of the turnover. 5-point lead with 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first half.
Be coming up on the under 5 media timeout at the next stoppage of play.
See if Trinity Valley can get a stop here defensively. Panola, this is a big opportunity for them to extend that lead. Lost it going up. Good job there. Cleared out by Johnson.
Good job of Q inside of battling toughly against the Tyler quarters.
Thought about 3, goes baseline. In trouble, finds Sawyer. Shot on the way, won't go. Over the top. Boy. I have to keep an eye on things all the way through this one.
Mundi with the foul, number 32 for the...
Mundi's first or second here of the contest. Timeout coming here with 4:39 to go. It's a 5-point game. We'll step away here. Cardinals and Ponies. You're seeing it here on the Cardinals Sports Network.
Step up to the block and tackle the Mac Stack, a Dickey's Barbecue Pit game changer. Our signature mac and cheese topped with Dickey's quality slow smoked meats. And Dickey's delivers just in time for kickoff. Visit Dickeys.com. Legit Texas barbecue.
Each McDonald's crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich comes with juicy pickles. Although some may prefer to remove them, we don't understand you, but we respect you. McDonald's crispy chicken sandwich. Order ahead on the app.
Welcome back to Leon Spencer Court, the home of Cardinal Gymnasium in Trinity Valley. The Cardinals have find themselves down 5 here with 4:39 to go. Been an interesting first half, Benny Rogers.
It has been, and since our previous media timeout, Panola has outscored the Cardinals 10-9, so it's been pretty much a standoff, but it hadn't been the most fluid 5 minutes as we had seen in the previous 10 minutes in the contest.
I was wondering if you were going to work in how many takedowns that you saw versus how many. It has been a very physical game.
It's been very physical, and we've been on the brink a couple of times of something, but fortunately nothing broke out.
Here's the inbound. It'll be Dorsey finding Leslie. MJ working the perimeter. Wide open underneath. Q finding Thompson with a finish and the foul.
Yeah, Kendall Davis grabbed Tyler Johnson from behind. He's going to send Johnson to the free throw line for the and one.
Kendall kind of looks over at Coach like, I don't know what I was thinking there, Coach. Because there's nothing good going to happen from that. I think it's a frustration foul more than anything. You know, you're beaten on the play and you just give a easy basket or easy point.
Mike Nesbitt, the Panola coach, is working the official this cross court, just really not paying any attention.
Gives him the courtesy nod. So with 4:19 to go, crossover going strong and a foul coming on MJ Leslie, I do believe. John Wilson's got a quick step. He's out of Brooklyn, New York, the 5'11 sophomore there, and we saw him getting into the paint. So with a stoppage of play here, they're talking over. It's all said and done. It is indeed against MJ Leslie. So MJ picking up his first foul of the contest.
17th foul against the Cardinals. Be the 1-and-1 for the Phillies on the next Cardinal foul.
Goes strong to the basket, draws contact, but
Christmas scores on the inbound.
It's a 4-point game here with 4:05 to go first half. Q got a screen up top. Now going to get a whistle here. I think this will go against Wilson. This is more about what you were talking about earlier. You know, when you see things break out, whistles break in.
They absolutely do. They're being more quick whistled than they were to start the contest, that's for sure. And I'm glad they are.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you on that. So see if Q can go to the line and pull within 2 points by hitting 2 here.
Q going to the free throw line for a couple.
Only got 2 points this afternoon so far.
And still just with 2 points.
Oh boy.
That was a 1-and-1, my bad.
1-on-1 situation there, and doesn't convert on the front end. Three from the left corner on the way. Missed everything. Out of bounds off of the Ponies. That was last touched by DJ Wilson.
Nice job of MJ of battling down low with his quickness and forcing the ball to go out of bounds off of Panola.
Coach Nesbitt says, how was that third ball? Both coaches almost sound mic'd up today. Shot on the way is good. Q Adger back to the free throw line, but he hits that important bucket first.
Yeah, Q did a great job of working inside against tight pressure and drawing the foul and getting the shot to fall.
Need to hit this free throw here. Gets it to fall. It's a 1-point ball game. 36-35, 3:20 left here in the first half.
Let's see which team can finish strong and take the momentum into the halftime locker room. Or will it just be a standoff simply?
Yeah. Started out with a lot of fireworks with the behind the arc and has kind of slowed since that early pace. There's the Jinx and doesn't get it to fall. I thought for sure that was going to go because I mentioned no threes. Dorsey driving. Trying to set up the offense out top. Sawyer trying to set the screen. MJ, a lot of dribbling going. Baseline shot on the way, not there. 2:40 left in the first half. Cards still on the short end of it. Going up, easy basket. Defense fell apart, having to cover after, as you see on the replay.
Nice job of cutting to the goal by number 21. Jaden Gray.
Yeah, Gray saw the empty spot, flashed to the basket, and it was an easy bucket.
His first points.
Johnson to MJ. MJ for three. Count! Basket for MJ Leslie.
And just like that, we are tied at the 2:08 mark.
Nicely done. 38 apiece. That was great awareness there to look out top. See him wide open. He caught in rotation and knocked it down. Here's a shot on the way. Missed everything.
Tim, anybody who thought these Cardinal teams was just going to quietly go away after having forfeited 8 games from the first half of the season are sadly and badly mistaken.
Yeah, they kind of were playing with a little bit of a little chip on their shoulder like, hey, we're better than that record indicates, and obviously so. Again, clerical error. And so they're making some headway here in Region 14.
That's going to be an offensive foul. Q definitely pushed off that time.
A great job feeling the pressure and then selling the pressure.
Good job by the officials of seeing that and reading that too, because it didn't real easy to just assume that was a defensive foul there. I mean, the foul went against the Cardinals, I realize, but still, it was a good job.
38 apiece, minute 25 left in the game, the first half of this game. 14 on the shot clock, plenty of time. Neither of these teams have really, other than a time or two, worked all the way down the shot clock. Here's some good D making them work here. It's going to be out of bounds. The Cards will have it with 1:06.
Yeah, Panola called a break there. It's a good thing for Panola that one did go out of bounds, because the Cardinals were about to get an easy layup there.
Yeah, if that's inbounds, that's going to be tracked down for an easy bucket. So we've got a 30-second timeout here. Let's talk about the steps of the first half here of what what's your takeaway so far?
Well, it's 38-38, and you feel like that's what it should be with the back and forth we've seen from both teams. We've seen both teams going little spurts, but never looked like they were really going to run away from the other.
They seem to be kind of in that. Hey, we're going to be here all day. Both teams, we're not letting anyone look away from this one. So
I'm just so excited about this nasty we've seen from this Cardinal team since the second half of this season, because it's been real easy to get their dauber downs when they had to forfeit those games, and they show up with a 2-14 record.
Yeah, and they never did. Though.
They never did. They never did. They came back and got a win over Lamar to start the season, went on the road and lost to Lee, and since then have reeled off 3 straight wins, including number 20 Kilgore here at home last week.
Fantastic effort. And that says a lot about a team's character, how they're able to, face disappointment and how you rebound from that. Pardon the pun. Chance to break the tie here. Ajay, shot on the way, won't go. Gets a chance at the lost rebound. Out of bounds on the baseline. I think we got another 30 coming here. Timeout on the floor, so we get a chance to build on that a little bit.
Here's something we haven't talked much about this year, Tim. Because now there's a media timeout after every 5-minute interval this year, so the teams have been limited to 2 timeouts.
Yeah, indeed. You can have plenty of,
because you're going to get plenty of stops. You know when those stoppages are coming.
They're coming, and you can basically plan around that if you're in your strategy sessioning and whatnot. So
what makes it interesting is the team's got a run going on, and you're still about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes away from immediate timeout. Then you got to decide, okay, how valuable is that timeout to have in the final 2 minutes of the contest or so?
And most of the time, we certainly on our stats, we were looking at that timeout. Good timeout, bad timeout. Yeah. How did they respond? So it's definitely something to keep an eye on. The final minute of this first half, it's tied at 38 apiece. Both teams coming in averaging 79 points a game. So kind of
it's about what we expected. It's really what we expected.
Yeah. Cards working a full court press here, trying to make something happen off the turnover. Got it over the timeline with a second to spare. Oh, in trouble. Oh, he almost lost that. Marcus Green almost lost it for a brief second, but dishes underneath, gets a beautiful assist. How about the finish on the right side? Green, I said it already, he's got eyes in the back of his head, and shows it again there.
Beautiful drive and beautiful assist. But look at the Cardinals to go for a finishing 3 here. I just got a feel.
10 seconds left on the clock here. Driving, Dorsey. Double team. They know he's a go-to. 4, drives, shot, blocked, but a foul. And going to the free throw line. It's going to be Dorsey, who draws the foul from number 12, DJ Wilson. Coach Mike Nesbitt says, can I contend with you for a second? Can I just have a minute of your time here?
Pardon me, sir.
I do want to point out a while ago when that little fracas broke out. He was quick to get his guys off. Smart job. Good job coaching there.
He did a good job as Dorsey gets the first free throw foul, and
first free throw.
Colin Wright, number 5, is going to check into the contest for the Cardinals this final 2.7 seconds.
Not sure, but we're about to find out. Second free throw is good. We're tied 40 apiece.
It would be very appropriately if we were tied at halftime.
I was going to say, and right on point at 79 points a game, 79.1 per game for both teams. 2 seconds. He'll just squeeze the ball, and that's how we go to the break. 40-40 at the intermission. It's tied up just like we were 20 minutes ago, so we'll take a 12-minute timeout here. What are your thoughts before we go to break?
My thoughts are we better not head to 4 overtimes like you said before the game tonight. But no, it's been tightly contested, and 40-40 indicates such, and I expect more of that in the second half.
Should be a dandy. It's coming up with more after this. We'll step away. More coming up on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Introducing the Double Dip from Dickey's Barbecue Pit. Tender Texas brisket topped with caramelized onions and cheddar cheese, served with our pitmaster au jus. Plus, try our new double berry cobbler. For a limited time, so dine in at our place or have it delivered to yours. Legit Texas barbecue.
A quality, affordable education is not out of reach. In fact,
It's closer and more convenient than you might think.
Trinity Valley Community College, with locations in Athens, Palestine, Terrell, and Kaufman, offers day and evening courses, online courses, and provides dual credit classes for high school students.
TVCC is also home to several national championship sports programs.
I was a runner. I was up to running 3 miles a day every morning. When I was diagnosed with lung cancer, I was shocked because I'm not a smoker. Baylor, Scott & White, the facility, the staff, everyone has been so amazing. I love the fact that I can breathe.
When I first heard that I had cancer, I was referred to Baylor Scott & White immediately. It was really important for me to be able to get my chemotherapy and everything here because I wanted to be close to my friends, my family. They were so confident and made me feel at ease and supported me. I felt like I was their only patient, and I knew they had several people that they were dealing with, but I was the most important person.
I had like a week of headaches. Throughout that week, I went to my local hospital. They referred me to Baylor Scott & White. They gave me an MRI. The tumor that was inside of my head was cancer. Baylor Scott & White has given me this new technology that helps decrease the growth rate of my cancer cells. The doctor I have right now, he's just amazing. It's a great feeling to know the guy who's taking care of me actually really cares about me.
Baylor Scott & White Health, changing cancer care for life.
When I was first diagnosed with multiple myeloma, you had a 30 to 40% chance to live 4 years. Well, here I'm 15 years out from my transplant, and I'm doing all this stuff still.
When the doctor came in the next morning, he said, "You don't even look like you had surgery." I said, "Thank you." This makes you look forward to every day.
I mean, you know, something knocks you down, you just get up and keep on moving. Go live.
I'm being revamped.
Here's to those who never settle.
No one ever said you need to be sick to get better. That's why at Baylor Scott & White, we're innovating how people get well and stay that way. Where prevention might just be the prescription. Teaching is on the treatment plan. And everyone is always on the same team. Yours. Baylor Scott & White Health, changing healthcare.
Good in the neighborhood.
Morning, Yelly.
Hey, Dr. Adams.
Well, you already beat cancer.
I did.
You've beaten the odds again.
I'm pregnant.
Congratulations.
I'm pregnant.
Everything's looking really good.
It's only getting better.
All they do is stare at their phones.
So dreamy.
They're obsessed with Schlotzsky's.
Schlotzsky's is here.
Get the Schlotzsky's app. Get the Schlotzsky's rewards. It's a mouthful.
Introducing the Double Dip from Dickey's Barbecue Pit. Tender Texas brisket topped with caramelized onions and cheddar cheese, served with our pitmaster au jus. Plus, try our new double berry cobbler. For a limited time, so dine in at our place or have it delivered to yours. Legit Texas barbecue.
A quality, affordable education is not out of reach. In fact,
It's closer and more convenient than you might think.
Trinity Valley Community College, with locations in Athens, Palestine, Terrell, and Kaufman, offers day and evening courses, online courses, and provides dual credit classes for high school students.
TVCC is also home to several national championship sports programs.
At First State Bank, we like to say we're big enough to help, small enough to care. Our communities and the families and businesses within them are what have mattered most to us for decades. Since 1935, our commitment has been to not only support local, but to foster growth for generations to come. We've given back to organizations that help our community thrive, and with 6 convenient locations, we continue to do our part in serving you, our communities, our businesses, our families.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich.
You asked for it, and it's back.
We got 3 chicken strips topped with Whataburger's own buffalo sauce, a little bit of buttermilk ranch, 2 slices of Monterey Jack cheese. The combination is just right.
It's crunchy, and then it's spicy, and then it's cool. Your mouth is exploding with flavor.
It just all works together, and then you add the cheese in there.
It kind of wakes me up, honestly. My goodness. I could see myself getting this every time I come here.
The Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich. It's back.
Available by dine-in, drive-through, curbside, and delivery.
We want to know which Chicken Express side dish you gotta have with your hand-breaded golden crispy express tenders.
Gotta have a big helping of those golden fries.
My favorite side is the fried okra. Mine's the mashed potatoes. Fried okra. Mashed potatoes.
It's all about the hush puppies.
You can't go wrong with any of our delicious sides at Chicken Express. They're fresh, hot, and waiting for you after the game or anytime. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
Fried okra. Mashed potatoes.
Welcome back, Trinity Valley athletes. Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Sports Medicine is here to keep you going at full force. Our commitment to helping athletes perform at their best on and off the field is our core strength. Whether it's orthopedics, performance, or wellness, physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital is your choice for better health in East Texas. Just like every hard-driving Cardinal, we're focused on excellence every day.
Prosperity Bank offers free checking. Let's take a look. No monthly maintenance fee? Check. No individual check fees? Check. Free debit card? Check. Unlimited withdrawals? Check. Free online banking? Check. Easy access and friendly service? Check. Close to home? Check. Simply free checking from Prosperity Bank is simply free. I'm taking these checks to the bank. Prosperity is the big bank with your community's bank inside. Prosperity Bank, where you find real bankers, not just a bank.
Three-pointer all the way from around ball. Oh, the big man knocks it down.
Tim Howard along with Benny Rogers. Benny, the second half should be a great one.
It should be. The first half was a great first half. We had 2 teams that were evenly matched despite the discrepancy in the records, but we all know that's because of a technical situation as far as Cardinals having to forfeit 8 games due to the use of an ineligible player. But both teams are evenly matched. Both teams are being very aggressive defensively, and both teams are shooting the ball awfully well.
I think that one of the keys for Trinity Valley is to keep that confidence going defensively. What about, getting more into the flow of Dorsey? He's been relatively quiet on the offensive side of things.
Well, he has, but all things go through him on offensively now. That's for sure. I would think in the second half here, the Cardinals will probably try to free MJ Leslie up from the perimeter more, maybe for a couple of more three-pointers, get something like that going for them.
MJ had that huge three at the end of the half there that tied it up or drew them within. And now looking up here, we're right where we started 20 minutes ago and ready for that more of the same here in the second half.
I think the fortunes of both teams are going to be determined by the plays of the number threes. John Wilson for Panola, and Mekhi Dorsey for the Cardinals. They both wear number 3. Both offenses are directed by those two young men. And the game's ultimately decided by which of those young men probably have the ball in their hands at least the last.
And both teams also wanting to, stay out of silly fouls or technical fouls.
Yeah, we saw both teams right on the edge there a couple of times, but the officials, to their credit, did a really good job of blowing those whistles and taking over control of the game, I felt like.
I agree with you. I think that was, it very well could have become an ugly situation, but, to the credit of the officials and both coaching staffs did a great job to keep their players in check and remind them, hey, we got a basketball game to play here. Do not get drawn in on other stuff.
And no doubt Mark Leslie and Mike Ness would remind their players at halftime, okay, hey, things almost got a little hand there a couple of times. Just keep her cool. And if something does happen, keep your fannies on the bench if things break out on the floor.
Yeah, Mark Leslie used the word fanny. I'm convinced.
No, I'm sure he used something else.
I threw you a softball. I was waiting for you to give me some credit on an assist saving your life earlier, I think was what you said. That ball was coming at you, and I saved your life.
You did.
Okay, I thought that would work its way into the halftime conversation. But seriously, in the final 50 seconds here before we get back to it, here at Cardinal Gym on the campus of Trinity Valley, Trinity Valley's just got to continue what's got them on this hot roll in the last, since the winter break, to be honest.
And I love the fact, and I've mentioned it before, the Cardinals play with no fear.
Yeah.
They fear no team. You can just tell it in their body language, the way they play on the floor. They're not passive about anything. They're being very aggressive in taking on this Panola team. And folks, with the second half play-by-play, Tim Howard.
Thank you, Benny Rogers. Looking forward to it. And we said beforehand, we thought we were in for a good one. I don't think that you can be disappointed when it's deadlocked at 40 apiece and the second half still to come here. So looking forward to it as we see the starting lineup for Trinity Valley. It's going to be Leslie, Wright. Looks like they will go with Sawyer, and then Franklin and Adger. As I say that,
I think that's the lineup that was on the floor to end this first half, because it's going to be the starters back on the floor.
Back on and the start of this rotation. So you got Dorsey and Franklin, along with Johnson, Edgar, and Leslie. And we're about set to get it going here with the Ponies to inbound and ready for a good one.
Dorsey has 14 points to lead the Cardinals there in that first half.
So Dorsey still putting it all together here. And like you said, everything goes through him. He's just a beast. Speaking of beast, nice move from Yafet Namdi.
He did a good job of backing the defender down.
Namdi, a 6'8" freshman out of Paris, France. Baseline short.
So we see first trip down, Panola attacked inside. Let's just keep track of that.
Yeah, that's good things are going to happen when you're in the paint. There's a foul coming on Adger here, I believe. It'll be on number 23, Q drawing the foul. So if you can get it in the paint, on the block, I mean, great things can happen there. Percentage-wise, you're going to have a higher success rate, and we'll see if they continue to pound in the paint.
Christmas at the free throw line. Gets the first to fall.
Christmas getting his 10th point of the afternoon. Left that one short. Picked up by Johnson. Christmas in January, if you will. So MJ getting a screen out top. He'll pass off. Underneath, Franklin with an easy basket. Nicely done.
Nice job of spotting Devin Franklin crashing to the goal.
For sure. 1 point ball game. Fighting around the screen. Good close underneath there. Franklin. But then the basket is made. Was that Jaden Gray? I believe it was.
John Wilson.
Okay, Wilson gets the points. That's his 4th point of the afternoon.
He was far more active in the first half than his point total show.
Franklin for 3. Franklin for 3. What a shot from the big man.
His second three-pointer of the contest.
That's a nice touch from him. Tied up at 45 apiece.
Cardinal team is not going to go away quietly. Or go away at all, for that matter.
I was going to say, both these teams seem like we could be in for a down-the-stretch run here. Getting there to the spot, cut him off. Good job defensively from Dorsey. 4 on the clock. Pounds down low, left it short. And last touch off the hands of Devin Franklin.
Franklin shaking his head. No, it wasn't.
Devin gets a nice defensive stop in the paint there. Bounced it off of Franklin, caught it. Now picked up, here comes MJ. Leslie on the push. Pass off Edger. Goes up, left hand, it's good. Cardinals take the lead with 17:50 left in the ball game.
Cardinals running the floor with great perfection and great confidence that time.
Good work around the perimeter. Denying in the paint. Dorsey coming out. MJ on him. 7 on the clock again. Working deep into the clock. That's going to get trouble. Off the backboard.
Yeah.
Over the backboard.
That's always trouble.
I thought for a second that thing was going to get stuck up there and they were going to have to ask you to go jump up there and get it down.
Well, we are in trouble.
It'll be Dorsey over the timeline. Trying to build on a lead. 2-point game here for TVCC. Got him in the air. 5 on the clock. Dorsey frees himself, shoots off the rim, won't go. Cleared out by Christmas. Nice block from Franklin. Mondi drew contact.
And Mike Nesbitt is just begging for a call down there with all that contact.
Got the basket. Here's Johnson.
I'm not sure he doesn't have a case for a foul. Should have been called on that.
Coach Nesbitt, I was looking as Kendall Davis was making his way on the floor. He looked down for Coach Nesbitt, who was almost at the glass. He had taken a long walk away to try to not be heard. 3-point shot on the way. Missed everything. Cards in transition trying to get back. Not got an arm. Q, I think, got a hand on it, knocked it away, but got caught for the foul.
Q disagrees, but
that's 4 fouls, I believe. Yeah, Q's going to have to sit.
Yeah, that's going to be huge error. He's got to sit for quite a spell, I would think.
Yeah, he's going to have to play a lot more conservative, too. Wide open 3 from the wing. Won't go, rattles out. Mondi with a rebound. Offensive glass. Going strong to the basket, and a foul on Franklin. Devin. Coach Nesbitt's way out on the floor. He was told you need to back up.
He's being reminded of that fact by the official.
It's like, look, you're way past the Leon Spencer signature on the floor. Think about that for 1 second. So with 16:14 to go here, it's tied up.
Speaking of Coach Spencer, he's in attendance tonight. Always good to see him.
Yeah, you can come to Leon Spencer Court. You can look at all the trophies in the trophy case, see his picture out there, then come and watch him enjoy some popcorn sometimes too.
It's a cool world in which we live.
It is, man. I love it. A lot of history.
Makes the second free throw.
1 of 2 at the line from Kendall Davis. So back to a 1-point game. 40-40 at the half. Now 4 minutes gone by, 1 point separation, and the Cards are going to take the lead with the layup and one opportunity. How about this strong move from Dorsey?
Makai Dorsey with the strong move, as Tim mentioned. He draws the foul, going to go to the free throw line for the and one. He's got 16 points in the contest with a chance to make it 17.
Makai with a basket. Man, he's fun to watch. In a battle here at Trinity Valley.
Just a freshman, Tim.
Love hearing that. So get used to hearing more of Dorsey's name. Makai out of Plano, Texas, makes that good. He's now got 17 on the afternoon.
We said the first half of the season the Cardinals were waiting for somebody to emerge as the floor leader, and they have found it in Makai Dorsey.
Yeah, he's really been an alpha. Good close, and now driving baseline, left it short. Mondi tipped it around. Finally going to be, controlled. Long three on the way, rims out. About to be for Henry. Mondi loses his steps down low and picked up. Here come the Cardinals. Leslie to Dorsey, passes it off. Cisse, count the basket. Cisse, it's good for the freshman out of Yonkers.
Biggest lead by the Cardinals in quite a while in this game, Tim.
It's a big basket there, and they can start to stretch that a little bit and put some pressure on the Panola College Ponies. Boy, he's a strong old boy. Goes in between.
There's a whole lot of contact there.
They were like, deny, 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 and he just would not be denied. And split the defenders. So timeout with 14:51 to go. We'll take a media timeout here on the floor. Step away, Cardinals and Ponies from Leon Spencer Court in Athens on the Cardinals Sports Network.
I was in a coma for about 2 weeks. I've had the worst happen to me, but you can't let life beat you down.
I was in recovery, and doctor came in and he said, "You and I are going to run in this marathon next year."
My dream is to help other traumatic brain injury survivors.
By the time we finished the first mile, I started tearing up. We went full circle here. I'll live my life to the fullest each day.
I want to show them that you're strong, you're resilient, and you can keep going.
Here's to those who never settle.
Step up to the block and tackle the Mac Stack, a Dickey's barbecue pit game changer. Our signature mac and cheese topped with Dickey's quality slow smoked meats. And Dickey's delivers just in time for kickoff. Visit Dickeys.com, legit Texas barbecue.
It's a 2-point contest. Trinity Valley leading with 14:51 to go here over Panola. Benny, love the energy, love the tenacity. What do you think?
No, absolutely, Tim. And I was thinking as you mentioned the score is 52-50. The Cardinals had a spurt there. They feel like they ought to be up at 5 or 6, 7, 8 points, and you look down and it's just a 2-point game. So you got to love the way that both teams are battling and hanging in there. And then you feel like this was just going to go down to the final possession.
Hey, I'm looking at Mondi on that last play. There were 2 Cardinals draped all over him, and he still had the strength to get it up and in. He's going to the free throw line now, trying to make it a 1-point contest. He's a strong kid.
Oh, he is.
Shot on the way. It's good. So 3-point play. And
back and forth they go, Tim.
It's a good one here this afternoon. They're always fun, though, in the Valley.
It is Region 14 conference basketball. Anything can and will happen.
3-pointer left corner won't go. Rims out. Going to hit, I believe, the top of the shot clock.
They don't allow that.
Still kind of shaking a little bit there, so pretty easy one for the officials. So
visual confirmation.
And that's for sure. Panola has a chance now to take the lead. Knocked away, picked back up though. Game of inches. Shot over the top is good. Count that for Marcus Green.
A little runner by Green. Just like that, Panola back on top, 53-52.
Yes, indeed, settle in. Devin Franklin kept the pivot, now finds Najee. Drives, draws contact, can't get it to fall. So free throws coming. Thought he was going to have a chance for a three-point play there first.
Yeah, Najee has shown that ability now. This is a sophomore season, so we've seen him last year do the same thing, showed great aggressiveness in going to the goal, not being shy at all.
Yeah, he's got the strength, the physicality to finish at the rim and go into the stripe here. 14 minutes even left here in this ball game. So at 1-point contest here, the Cardinals with a chance to now tie after the miss on the first round. Najee on the board with his first, his first point of the afternoon.
And we are tied once again.
Directing the offense out front, not getting what they want. 8 on the shot clock. Lets the baseline fall. I think that hit part of the side of the backboard and skimmed in somehow.
Nice job of body control, though, down hanging in the air by Christian Henry.
Najee drives left hand off the glass. It's good. We are tied again. I told you to settle in, but we're not going to overtime. I'll say it on the air right now because I said it off the air, and I'm in trouble with my cohort in crime here.
Trying to reverse the
I'm trying to reverse it. I wouldn't be surprised, though. 13 minutes left, knotted up 15 apiece. Baseline 3 on the way. Count the basket. How many of those is he going to do? Marcus Green with another 3. 16 points on the afternoon.
16 big points for Green.
Nice shooter. That kid's fun to watch. Directing traffic out front. Over to MJ. Najee, they're giving him the right side. Goes left. Baseline, thought about it. Spins in between, gets his putback, won't go. And rebound is cleared that time by Kendall Davis. Green works it over to Christian Henry. Cardinals trying to close them down here as they trail by 3 following that big one, and they threw it away.
Great job of defending by the Cardinals, forced the turnover, and the Ponies lose the ball out of bounds.
That's a big moment there. Coach Nesbitt does it all, goes out and clears the net. Says, hey, let me get that ready for my shooters down here.
58-55, favor Panola, 12:07 and counting.
It's a fun afternoon here, man. Good intensity by both teams. Finding Franklin in the corner. Najee, drive, a lot of contact. Fight for the loose ball. Najee couldn't control it, out of bounds.
Good effort by Najee.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because he had to go up and knock that away from a would-be scorer on the other end. Thought about 3 steps inside, shot is short. Over the top.
Oh, great tip.
Sean Christmas with the basket. He's now got his 12th point on the afternoon.
Hey, with the Cardinals, you want to be real careful here. Get a good look. Make sure you get a response.
Oh boy, that was one there where he zigged and he thought it was going to zag, or zagged and thought he was going to zig.
That's not an example of what I was describing.
I was going to say, I don't think that was what Benny was drawing up. Big moment in this game. Your D has got to step up and get a stop here. You don't want to get too far behind, but we've seen it kind of all afternoon. Both teams seesaw back and forth.
And each time they had the correct answer.
See if they can get a stop here. You'll see Tyler Johnson really coming out to pick him up at half court. So John Wilson going to have a wide open 3.
Drained it.
John Wilson out of Brooklyn, New York. That gives him now his 7th point on the afternoon, second 3. The 3s continue to fall, man. Panola has done a great job behind the arc today.
Cardinals have got to come up with an answer here.
Now trailing by 8. 12 on the clock. Devin Franklin Steps inside the arc, can't get it to fall. Rebound, put back up by the Cardinals. On the floor.
Never a good sign when there's nothing but green jerseys underneath to get the rebound.
Baseline three off the top of the backboard.
He's going for the jugular there.
Well, that would have been a huge, huge shot. Trailing by 8, that would have got them over double digits. So now the Cards will have a chance to climb back in here with a shot at 10:28 mark. We got a full timeout coming. Cardinals will step away and talk about it here. We've got more coming up after this on the Cardinals Sports Network.
Prosperity Bank offers free checking. Let's take a look. No monthly maintenance fee? Check. No individual check fees? Check. Free debit card? Check. Unlimited withdrawals? Check. Free online banking? Check. Easy access and friendly service? Check. Close to home? Check. Simply free checking from Prosperity Bank is simply free. I'm taking these checks to the bank. Prosperity is the big bank with your community's bank inside. Prosperity Bank, where you find real bankers, not just a bank.
63-55, Panola has went on a little bit of a run here, Benny.
Yeah, 13-3 since the 14:51 mark since we broke for the under 15 media timeout. And the Cardinals have really got to be careful here, Tim. They've got possession of the basketball now. They got to come down, get a good look, get some points out of it, because as we saw, Panola's probably a three-pointer away from really busting this thing wide open on the other end.
Yeah, they're fortunate there that a few moments ago that they were able to get a good defensive stop. And now they got the ball, because, you know, that one would have went down. It would have been a big old dagger, but still a long way to go here. 10:26, Cardinals bringing it up the floor. See if they can get a good offensive play out of this timeout. Sawyer working around the pick. 15 on the shot clock. Way out front, whistle on Christian Henry.
Yeah, touchy-feely foul there. I don't think he really gained much of an advantage on him, but he did get a hand on him.
I was watching Christian. He's like looking around, then looked at the official and gave him 2 thumbs up. Here's a good drive. Oh, nice block down low. I think that goes to Slake from off the glass. It's good.
Yeah, what worries me right now, Tim, is that the Cardinals are letting Panola dictate the tempo of the game.
And when they were having success, that was not the case. They kind of controlled the momentum. Here's a drive from Sawyer. Shot on the way. It's knocked away. Fight for the loose ball, and foul coming here against the Cardinals. That's going to be on Sawyer.
And Hughes coming back into the game with 4 fouls at the 9:44 mark, so make a note of that, Tim.
Yeah, he's got to play a different style, too. You got to really play within yourself. 9:44, it's a 10-point game.
Pitcher's asking for a towel from the Cardinal bench.
Ten-point game here with 9:44 to go, and the Ponies have possession.
You don't want to let 10 become 12 or 13, Tim.
Oh, yeah, you definitely need to get some stops here. You got some fresh bodies on the floor, see if they can jumpstart that defense and make good things happen on the offensive side of the ball. There's a play almost and ran out of room.
Nice effort by Najee.
Najee giving a good hustle over there in front of the sideline there. Almost had it, just ran out of real estate.
A good lineup on the floor for Coach Mark Leslie and the Cardinals. Firepower on the outside with MJ.
So 15 on the clock when they entered possession. Now down to 9. 5 on the shot clock. Ball on the floor. They're going to get a double dribble. He was aware that clock was going down. You saw him pull up. But Good stop defensively for the Cards.
Yeah, he knew he had to get there in a hurry, and he double dribbled.
So that's a big stop defensively now. You got to cash in on it.
You got to cash in on it. That's the key, Tim. That's the key.
I think one of the big things in the back of your mind, you just got to keep in mind there's no 10-point shot on the floor. Just, just take it one possession at a time, make something happen. Get a good look at the basket. Baseliner partially blocked, and now a stepped on the baseline. Cardinals keep possession. That's huge there.
It is, because number 15, Christmas, lost track of where he was on the floor, and he stepped out of bounds and then give the possession back to the Cardinals. 14 on the shot clock. Oops.
Here comes a foul.
Yeah, he's out.
He just got done telling him, I think. He looked at both of them.
Cue lasted 44 seconds.
I was going to say, you mentioned the 9:44 mark, and that's a huge blow to the Cards.
It's more costly for the Cardinals because it cost him a player. It didn't cost Panola a player.
Just got to really think about that. You're out there with 4 fouls, and the referee said something to him.
I thought they were about to let him get away with it, and then it was kind of a late whistle.
So with 9 minutes to go here, Cardinals will be playing the rest of the way without Q. Out top they go. Sawyer.
Not that they're not capable, but he's a starter because of a reason. There's a reason he's a starter.
Nice drive, goes high with the teardrop, not to be pulled down. Big rebound there from Vianney. Vianney, a 6'10 freshman. Henry, step back, shot on the way, won't go. Boy, he kicked the leg out there, I think, for all that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Free throws coming here. Smart play by the young man.
Didn't hit the shot. It was a nice step-back jumper, though.
Yes, indeed. 8:23 to go here, 10-point game. Cardinals trying to rally as it will be Christian Henry at the line. Henry's a freshman out of Chicago, Illinois.
Panola can surely make the Cardinals pay at the free throw line here if they hit the free throws, and yet they don't.
How many times do we talk about that through the years, about free throws and being such an opportunity, and yet many times there's points left on the floor. Henry, second attempt here, could make it an 11-point game, 8-minute mark, 8:23, and he does.
Cardinals are going to have a run at some point, Tim, but that's got to be initiated by stops on the defensive end.
Trinity Valley has got to find somebody to get heating up here, too. Is there the man with the ball is the leading scorer. He's got 17 on the afternoon. Now over to Najee. Inside, Najee tries to go off the glass. A lot of contact.
A lot of contact. That's an understatement.
Yeah, I thought he was going to draw a foul there. $15 on the clock. One thing about it, Panola running plenty of clock. They're very aware.
Oh, my goodness.
Drive and a finish off the left side. That's double win there when you can run deep in the clock and then get a point-blank shot. You'll take it. Sawyer gets contact. No foul. Lost it going up. Put back by Johnson. No good. Sawyer still trying to work through his vision. I think he got
a big factor. I'm sorry, Tim. A big factor in this turnaround has been the dominance of the Panola on the boards.
Yeah, Panola's been in beast mode down on the rebounds.
They have really schooled the Cardinals on the boards here in the second half, I feel like.
There's a try from Wilson. He's stopped short. Leslie beats him to the baseline. Gets the shot away, though. No good. Rebound, offensive rebound. Davis got that. Here comes The inside shot is rolls and good for John Wilson.
So impressed with that young man.
Yeah, he's played really well this afternoon. It's up to a 15-point game. Coach Nesbitt found his way out in the middle of the court there. Got tripped up with the referee. Now on the other end, going up strong. A foul coming here. 70-55, 6:27 to go. Cardinals about to try and buy some minutes and get something going here. With 5 guys, they're going to go full court, you can bet.
Yeah, Mark doesn't like the energy he's seeing in the energy he's seeing in the players on the floor. That's obvious. Just read from their body language that they're about ready to throw in the towel. He senses possibly he's going to get some fresh legs and fresh bodies and fresh hearts out there on the floor.
First free throw coming here for Gray. Rolls it home. Now you're going to see into the ball game Cisse, Williams, Copeland, Franklin, and number 5, Colin Wright.
If you remember, this is basically the lineup we saw the other night against Kilgore and interject some energy onto the Cardinals' attack from the second unit.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Leslie's counting on, maybe get a run from them here. Final 6:27, all of a sudden it's up to a 16-point lead. Second free throw is good. So, see if the Cardinals can get things moving. Wright will bring it up the floor. Trap coming. Knocked away, and Panola feeling it right now as they have got the lead and the ball.
It's all Panola right now, Tim.
6:15 left in this one here. Cardinals need a stop and get something going on the offensive glass. See if they can find something happening here. The screener went down, lost his footing. So it'll be Green with a fadeaway. Not there. Rebound, Cisse.
Every trip's got to count for the Cardinals now.
Yeah, you got to make them count.
And then you got to follow it by stops on the other end.
They got the stop. Let's see if they can convert with points. It's got to continue that, absolutely. Thought about a 3. Cisse in the paint. Has it swatted away, Franklin, and finally Franklin picks it up. Cisse. Shot off the glass, too hard, rims off.
Cardinals have not scored since the 10:28 mark.
Boy, that's been a drought. So trying to get the D going here. But I've been impressed with Panola. They're going deep into the shot clock every possession.
Oh, yeah, they have played it beautifully.
And now you're down at the 9-second mark before they really get into the offense. Green for 3. Marcus Green for 3.
When it rains, it pours.
Oh, and then a throwaway there.
Yeah, I would be surprised if Mark Leslie doesn't either make subs or call a timeout here. His team is just basically rolling up now.
Yeah, it's just kind of come apart here. So,
well, he tried a new lineup thinking maybe it would give him a new look and the fresh legs and some energy out there, and that didn't work. So. Got a media timeout.
A timeout coming here. So with 4:57 to go, we'll step away. It's a 20-point advantage. Panola over CVC on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Welcome back, Trinity Valley athletes. Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Sports Medicine is here to keep you going at full force. Our commitment to helping athletes perform at their best on and off the field is our core strength. Whether it's orthopedics, performance, or wellness, physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital is your choice for better health in East Texas. Just like every hard-driving Cardinal, we're focused on excellence every day.
And welcome back. It's 4:57 to go in this one here. Panola in the driver's seat, leading big here. Cardinals going to have to make a big push here, and I think that's what the timeout was all about. Guys, you got to make it all count from here on out.
Oh, you absolutely do, because we were looking up at the 10:28 mark. The Cardinals were down by 8, yes, 63-58, but since then it's just been scoreless.
Yeah, they have not had anything happen on the offensive side of things. Credit to the Panola Ponies. They've been getting things happening on both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively. And you've got to find someone that's going to hit a gear to get some of that points back.
Yeah, you got to give Panola credit. They have been generated and created this lead that they've got.
Working some full court press here on the Cardinals. Driving, try to go up, swat it away. Franklin gets the block. Here comes Najee. See if that sparks him. Thought about three. He will shoot it on the way. Not there. That was a great block underneath by Franklin. And now a foul out front by Kenyon Williams.
And I'll tell you, to Panola's credit, about the last couple minutes, I thought they did a great job of utilizing and running down the shot clock.
Yeah, I did too. And then getting, sometimes we talk about icing that ball, but they still found a good offensive
Oh, they got good looks.
Look at the end of all of that. So now it's Wilson at the free throw line.
First one falls.
First one's good. Wilson's got 12 on the afternoon, trying to add to that here. Two for two. Coach Leslie wanted to see something positive from his team to end it here. Here's a three. Yes, sir. There's a three-pointer from MJ Leslie. Now they got to work defensively. See if they can get a steal. It's going to be Green breaking the half-court line.
Cardinals will be on the road Wednesday going to Bossier Parish for a 7 p.m. tip-off.
Inside 4 minutes to go now. You see them down again to 8 seconds on the shot clock before they even move to the offensive set. Travel here, so that's a break. You take it how you can get it.
You take whatever you can get, and you get a stop is a stop. It doesn't matter what form or fashion it comes in.
So let's see what they elect to do here. It'll be Dorsey up the floor. Leslie had just hit a three. Franklin's hit a couple in this game himself. Thought about it.
He sure did.
Taking that one. He will take this one. Long one up. On the way. Just off the mark. And bodies falling. Offensive foul. Got a push here coming on. I think it's at number 23. Maybe it's 21.
They can't call
32. It was on 32. I'm sorry. So that.
I thought
was
we were
his
picking on Q.
Fifth foul on the afternoon for Mondi. That's 5. That's 5, so they will remind him of that, move him on his way.
The Cardinals drain a three here.
Yeah.
It just changes the whole complexion and feel for things. I mean, I know it's still a big double-digit lead, but it
Absolutely, no, it's a huge, huge opportunity here. And that other one was on its way, just missed from MJ, which was a long one.
Well, that's what MJ puts up now. Let's just be honest, real about it.
Yeah, he's very confident shooting young man. That was blocked on the way up.
Now they'll burn some shot clock.
They've done a clinic on that, actually. I mean, they've really done a great job of it.
Still gotten good looks. That's kind of the key right there.
As they get one there on the putback. Foul coming here. Drawing the foul will be Vianney. And he'll go to the free throw line. Took one to the head there. So that's a third foul on MJ.
Mentioned that the Cardinals will be on the road Wednesday going to Bossier Parish. The Lady Cardinals will be on the road over in Tyler. So both Cardinal Gym will be dark next Wednesday night. But we'll have a doubleheader at home next Saturday when the women take on Glenn at 2 p.m. and the men take on Paris at 4 p.m. And a doubleheader we'll have for you here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
We'll be looking forward to that one. So the first one no good, second one misses and gets the offensive rebound.
Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Fresh 20, I should say.
.253 to go in this one. And a foul called here on Vianney. Coach Nesbitt's just drops his head and walks away. He didn't say anything, but he wasn't really excited about that call.
Not so much.
Benny, this one has really changed in a hurry. I mean, we were talking overtime at one point. I mean, back
you were talking overtime.
I was trying to jinx it, but seriously, it was 1-3 on the way. Won't go. And
well, I think it turned with Panola's dominance of the boards.
They
limited the Cardinals to one-shot opportunities only.
Yeah, that was huge. Nice save from MJ, still battling. That ball blocked. Cisse.
That's a big-time block there.
I'm telling you. This is happening against some guys who can elevate. So when you see that happening in the paint like that, you know that the battle is real. Final 2:05 going on here at Cardinal Gym. It's Marcus Green. Shot won't go. Boy, the wingspan on him.
He didn't stay with it, the big man did.
Yanni Salachstrom out of Cameroon. Good drive. Not able to finish, though. Tapped over to MJ Leslie. His shot won't go. Minute 42 left. 79-58 Panola. Running some clock here.
It's a big road win for Mike Nesbitt and his squad over a red-hot Cardinal team.
I was going to say, they've come in here and played really well this afternoon, and they're going to continue to be
Panola's really establishing themselves as a team to reckon with down the stretch of this season. Oh, my goodness.
One on the shot clock, and he knocks down a three. MJ lets the defender pass, then has it blocked by the second coming of Kendall Davis. By the second defender. Boy, it's been one of them afternoons. Minute 5 to go here. 82-58. Sawyer for three. Sawyer for three. Nicely done. Afraid it's just going to be a little too late this afternoon here as got a foul here coming on Dorsey.
Marcus Green's got 24 to lead all scorers in the Ponies, and the Cardinals are being led by Makai Dorsey with 17.
Yeah, Green out of Gilroy, California, played superb basketball today.
He really has. I've been very impressed with the young man.
And then just the presence down in the paint from their two bigs has been a lot of, like you talked about, some of the difference in this down the stretch, because Trinity Valley was right there, but then they started taking over in the paint. That was all she wrote. Free throw is good.
John Wilson now with 14 points for the Ponies.
So inside a minute to go here, and as Benny mentioned, both teams, ladies and the men, on the road on Wednesday night.
And both will be at home next Saturday here on the Cardinal Sports Network. The women taking on Blinn in what will be a delicious ball game.
That should really be a good one, man. Oh, delicious. The hors d'oeuvres.
Well, the Cardinals, Lady Cardinals are ranked number 2, and Blinn's ranked number 5. So, I mean,
yeah,
that falls under the category of delicious.
I think that is delicious. That's delicious. It's a must see, and it'll be here on the Cardinal Sports Network a week from today. So, I hope you'll join us for that one. Second one, not there. Well, you look up and all of a sudden you think, well, this just hasn't been their afternoon. But they played so well for a long stretch, but down the stretch, Panola pulled away.
With 14:51 left in the game, the Cardinals were up 52-50.
That's a big moment in that game. You're up 2, and then now the final looking to be in the 83-61 range. Still not quite there yet. But what was that number one more time?
52-50 with 14:51 left in the contest.
That's a 33 to
Tim and Matt have never
run.
been best friends.
33-9 run. Am I looking at that right? That's a lot of that behind the arc, man. Just big, strong shooting down the stretch.
He misses the second. Or was that the first? I'm sorry. I fell
Cardinals
asleep.
tried to make it a second, but not.
I was waiting on your math major question that you were trying to answer there.
You know, they're always a doozy, aren't they? So in the final 35 seconds here. This one continues on here. Shot rims out. Dorsey pulls up for three. Out there, rebound by Vianney.
Should be a dribble out at this point.
That ought to do it. 83-61. So they will indeed dribble it out. And this is going to be how this one ends here. Be interesting to see how the Cards rebound moving forward, because they still have a lot to play for. They can't afford.
There's a lot of season left, and they got to go on the road though. A tough place to play, Bossier Parish, and that's where they'll be Wednesday night at 7 p.m.
So we'll look forward to having more next week here for both contests. Benny, final thoughts?
A good effort by the Cardinals for about about a half and 6 minutes into this one, but then just got away from them on the boards.
Well, thank you for tuning in this afternoon. Final score to 83-61 Cardinals on the short end, and we'll look forward to more coming up next Saturday from Leon Spencer Court inside Cardinal Gymnasium. Thanks to the crew and everyone involved in this. Good night. Thanks for joining us here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
This has been a special presentation of the Cardinals